And for this segment, we'll be talking about our thoughts on the Giants' past 10 first-round picks. Bobby Skinner, the co-host of Talking Giants, released a tweet yesterday talking about the Giants' past 10 first-round picks. And for this one, we're going to talk about, I guess in a way, rank them, but also, just say if they're were they good, okay, or just complete bad picks.
Right, yeah.
So we'll start from the bottom and work our way up. And the
Of
first
course.
guy is going to be Evan Ingram, tight end. I would say he was okay.
I give him a C.
Let's see. Okay.
A C because he showed flashes, but he also had a few bad moments I think stick out in our heads more, like the drop in Philadelphia in 2020 that would have won us the NFC East. And who knows how different things are if Evan Ingram catches that ball. Is Joe Judge still the head coach because he did make the playoffs? Possible. But no, C is perfect for him.
Oops, I was on mute. I'm gonna put in. Yeah, I'll put Ingram at a B minus,
Yeah.
and we'll do that. We'll just do letter grades from here on out. So I'll put B minus for Ingram from me, and then C for you. Shout out to him. He's in Jacksonville now. He's doing much better. So good for him. We shift our focus to 2018. Saquon Barkley, the now Philadelphia Eagle. I will put this one. Nah, he's gone. I will also rank this as a B.
I was gonna say B too. B because he showed flashes. He had a really good rookie year, great season last year, decent season this year. But he had the injury problems. Never really lived up to that hype that he was, and then the Giants also just struggled with him too. So really, when he was on the field, he was great. He was just had a hard time staying on the field.
Yeah, he was the Giants' offense for quite a while.
Yeah, he was, and he was the face of the franchise for a while, so that's why he deserves a B. But it's just let's not be blind here, people. He wasn't perfect.
Plus the injuries, plus his tendency to not hit the hole instead trying to just go on the outside and try to make the big play instead of just taking what you got. That
Yeah,
those were concerns
he
throughout
was a
his
home run
career.
hitter. He just wanted to hit home runs. No, it's okay just to take a 3-yard gain sometimes. It doesn't have to always be 15 yards downfield. Run game is
Exactly.
just slowly moving the ball closer.
Exactly. So shout out to him. I know he's in Philly right now, but he did a good amount for us. It's just that we didn't really win with him. So that's why our grade on him isn't as high as we want it to be. Oh boy. 2019, we had 3 first-round picks, and the first one was very scrutinized by the draft media, and that was quarterback Daniel Jones. I guess you go first.
I'm thinking C minus D
That's
plus
fair though. That is
ish.
fair.
Because yes, he's not a franchise quarterback. He should not be on the roster next year. He's not the guy in New York long term. But you also have to factor in his rookie season under Pat Shermer was he showed flashes that year. Last year when he had Dable and there was no film on it, he played well. He won that playoff game for us against the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
And he was also paired up with Jason Garrett for 2 years. The quarterback probably just got shell shocked and just couldn't, he messed with the development. I've always said if he had one more year at Pat Shermer, he could have maybe. I'm not saying it could be anything good. His ceiling was probably a Kirk Cousins type quarterback, that game manager. But there's nothing wrong with having that guy.
Yeah, I would put him at a C minus too. I mean, he did lead us to the playoffs. He did, win a
There were
playoff
times okay,
game.
Jones is kind of putting it together, and then he would struggle. It goes, oh, okay, never mind.
Do you feel like the game against Philadelphia in the playoffs kind of just ruined it, kind of just led things to going downhill for him?
Yeah, I think every game against Philadelphia, because if you watch them against Philly that year, I think Philly's the only team that figured them out.
And then after that, it was, Dallas took
And after
over.
that, everyone just watched the Philly highlights and goes, "Oh, wait a minute, this is how we beat them," and then they figured it out.
Yeah, Dallas figured it out after the Arizona game. Well, Arizona figured it out for like a half. The Niners figured it out. Seattle figured them out.
Yeah.
Everyone figured him out. So yeah, I put him at C minus. I mean, I appreciate him for the playoff win, and leading us there with
Yeah.
his scrambling ability and his arm at times. But just
He
his
was fun
confidence was,
when he was running and like actually good. It was very fun to root for Daniel Jones
especially
because it's just
against
like I know
Indianapolis.
everyone hates him. It's funny
They do, man, and
for no reason.
he's
For absolutely no reason, they hate Daniel Jones.
he's like the one. He's like the first guy I've seen that people just criticize him for just being him.
You could like literally run into a burning building and like save somebody, and they're like, "Well, why didn't you do that faster?" Like, bro,
Like I did it. Like what else do you want me to do? Uh, but yeah, shout out to him. I know he's not gonna be the long term guy, but yeah, he did win us a playoff game, so we'll take it. We shift to our second first round pick of 2019. That was Dexter Lawrence. I would
easy A+.
A plus for me too.
Best defensive tackle in the league. A+.
He really is. I mean, if not, he is making an argument for it. I mean, Aaron Donald's gone now, so it's literally between Dexter Lawrence and like Chris Jones.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
I would take
He's good.
Dexter
He's
Lawrence.
a lock for top 3, arguably 1.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Yep.
DeAndre Baker, cornerback. F. Yeah, he's in the UFL now.
He was weird. Like, I don't like really remember how he did that year, but he had like the weird off the field thing where like he robbed those people, but then like he didn't rob them. Like it was a weird story surrounding him.
And
So
it's
I
like
wonder what would have happened if the off the field stuff hadn't interfered with what he did.
did you do it or did you not do it? It's like, which
Yeah,
one?
because it seemed
So
like every week the story changed.
I mean, now he's doing
Like a
fine.
detail someone hadn't said yet. It's like, but wait a minute, what actually happened?
He's doing fine now, though. I mean, I know he didn't do the best for us. I think his last team he played for was the Chiefs in the
Yeah,
NFL,
the
but
Chiefs for a few years.
Jeez. Huh. Well, he made a play in the UFL like a couple games ago or so. He made like a forced fumble or something. So
Mm-hmm.
he's playing football again. And it's just not at the NFL level, which is totally
But
fine.
if he does well at the UFL, what team might not sign and give him a shot?
And not us. Okay.
I mean, not us, but like we've seen P. Walker was an XFL quarterback, became the Panthers starter. I know that's not saying much to the Panthers starter, but it's still an accomplishment.
Fair enough to me. And then we go to 2020 now, the COVID year, and this one we got Andrew Thomas, and I feel like this is an A plus as well.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Say we want about Dave Gettleman. He hit a home run with Dexter Lawrence and Andrew Thomas. I guess it's one of those things where a broken clock is right twice a day.
That's facts. Thomas, arguably one of the best left tackles, if not the best left tackle in the NFL. Definitely top 5 for sure, behind guys like Trent Williams and players like that. But he's the guy, and he's going to be a long term guy at left tackle for years to come. So
He will
shout out
hopefully
to.
never wear another uniform. That's not the Giants.
Does he have an extension with this? Not yet, huh?
Yes, yes.
It is okay.
We extended him over the summer.
Got it. There you go. 2021, Kadarius Toney.
Okay, this is hard because I give him a B+ for the trade and F for the pick. I love that he traded back and got 2 first-round picks for the next year. But Kadarius Toney is a horrific player. F.
I would say D because he showed flashes.
But yes, he showed flashes, and you're talking about the Dallas game.
Yeah.
Don't forget, like he got ejected for throwing a punch in that game. In the third quarter. So, and then he played the first drive against the Rams the following week, played decently, and then got hurt, and then never stepped foot on the field again that season.
I give him the grade because of the flashes and also because of the trade that landed us Darren Waller.
Yeah.
but now that trade looks like crap.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, did we
You're
really
torn.
benefit? We didn't really benefit from it.
No.
I mean, the Raiders got Trey Tucker with the draft pick that we gave them
Mm-hmm. That's true.
from the Chiefs
Yeah.
trade. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because we traded Tony for a third, traded that third for Waller. That pick that we gave to the Raiders became Trey Tucker. Yeah,
Yeah.
I I would say a D, and it's like he's not gonna do anything anymore for the Chiefs anyways, because the Chiefs are gonna just stink. Well,
Yeah.
with him there,
He's gonna stay on the. I mean, like he might. They can't cut him now because they just lost Rashid Rice.
he he's gonna face multiple games suspension.
Exactly. So we can't cut him in training camp because we kind of need him.
I don't need him. 2022, the Giants had 2 first-round picks. The first one was Kayvon Thibodeau. I would give this one a B plus because it's still to be determined. How about you, Brian?
I was gonna say B, but yeah, B plus. I agree with he's he's one of those guys who's shown flashes. The Commanders game in 2020, his rookie year, that Commanders game, we had the sack. He looked decent last year. He had that game against the Jets where I feel like 3 sacks against the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
3 sacks, and like every time there was someone rushing the quarterback, it was him. And then I think being paired with Brian Burns now is just going to excel his game even more. Him and Brian Burns already seem like best friends on a fishing trip right now together, having a great time. Got a sack dancer ready to go. So these guys are going to push each other, and I think it's going to be there. It is, yeah. Iron sharpens iron. It's going to be great.
I love these two,
Hard
man.
for know what they're fishing for, though.
I wonder.
I know Jameis Winston was fishing for tuna the other day, and he was interviewing them. That's a funny video. You haven't seen it online. Jameis Winston is interviewing tuna and basically asking them why can't they swim on land. It's one of the funniest videos I've seen.
He interviewed a fish.
The fish is literally flopping on the deck and he's asking it questions.
Water. A wise friend told me that they're just simply trying to swim away. Well, fish, how does it work swimming in the air? They didn't really have a response. Sometimes no response is the best response at all.
I love Jameis Winston. He's so funny. I wish Jameis Winston worked out in the NFL. He was so great at Florida State. When he got I probably told this story before on this show, but when he got suspended at Florida State, I forgot why he got suspended. I think it might have had to do with him stealing the crab legs. He got suspended, and the game he was suspended, he was out on the field warming up in pads and stuff. And I think Jimbo Fisher was a coach at the time. He goes, "You're not playing. Go back in the locker room." Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I remember that one.
It's like, what are you doing?
I feel like you're trying to
Not
be
gonna
like.
notice you were out there. Like,
He's trying to be
like you're like
sneaky
a
with
third
it.
string linebacker. You're Jameis Winston, the starting quarterback.
He really tried. He was like, I'm gonna try to play. Screw what coach says. I'm gonna try to see make it work.
Oh, bad. What do you mean you're bad?
I think he's with Cleveland now, right? As a backup, I believe. He's somewhere. No, he's
Yep.
he's a Brown.
The only 30-30 season. History.
Not the 30-30 that we're looking for either. It's 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. The other first round pick in 2022, which is Evan Neal, I'm going to give that one a C at the moment because I want to see if the Giants put him at the guard, and we will evaluate him from there. But what do you think of this one?
I agree with C.
C.
If the long term plan is him as tackle, it's a D. But if he's gonna move around and stuff, it's a C. C until proven otherwise.
I really do think you put him at left guard next to Andrew Thomas. I feel like it's gonna work out.
Yeah, I do too.
And they put John Runyon at right guard and
because he reminds me so much of Eric Flowers, and Eric Flowers moved to guard in Washington and played great. So why can't it work? There's so many series of great college tackles moving to the inside and having good NFL careers.
Mm-hmm. And as we shift towards our final first round pick, and that was Deontay Banks last year. I really do like Deontay. I know it's too early to tell, but I'm putting him at a B right now because he did show flashes of being that cornerback number one. Plenty of work to go, but I think a solid B is the right way to go. How about you?
I mean, I would love to give him an A, but it's one season. I give him an A on the season, but I
Mm-hmm.
can't get the pick an A right now because there's just so much we don't know about him. So I think B is fair.
Alrighty. So that will do it for second. Now I want to shift back to first down because we'll call it a booth review because I feel like something was wrong on first down, and we'll go back. I want to go back to our first segment, and that was I forgot to mention to you because I know we talked about the Minnesota trade situation,
Mm-hmm.
but I did not mention to you about the possibility of Denver.
Yeah, so
being
I was waiting for you to bring them up.
Yeah, my
They're
apologies. Go
interesting.
ahead.
No, you're good because I looked it up. I'm like, oh, I guess Denver has a higher pick than I thought, but they're definitely a team that could sit and pick up Michael Penix because they're at 12 right now. I
Mhm.
saw a mock trade the other day, and it might be one of the most insane mock trades I've ever seen. It was the 12th overall pick, a 2025 first round pick, and Patrick Surtain, 6th overall pick. And we have breaking news. We got a rumor right now. We have a bidding war for 3. It's the Giants and Vikings are most active in pursuing the Patriots pick, according to Adam Schefter. Giants and Vikings are trying to move up to 3 right now, according to Schefter.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
The 3?
And if you've seen what the Patriots have asked for 3, it's a lot.
What are they asking for?
I saw at one point they wanted like 3 first-round picks or equivalent to 3 first-round picks. I'm not sure how true that rumor was. I saw it, but like that's way too much. If we have three spots, I'll say it's 6.
Let's see.
They're underwhelmed. The Patriots have been told they've been very underwhelmed by the offer. So I think they're gonna sit there. Unless Minnesota calls or the Giants call last second and give them just an offer they can't refuse.
I see Minnesota. Minnesota is very realistic. You don't trade for another first round pick for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You can give them next year's first rounder
You're
because
only
the
missing
talent
one first-round pick.
and the talent in Minnesota is it's good enough to the point where the pick that they're going to trade to the Patriots anyways for next
Yeah.
year
Mm-hmm.
isn't going to be that high.
No, if let's say because like it's probably gonna be May or Daniels there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even though I don't like May, you do put in Minnesota's offense with Justin Jefferson and those T.J. Hawkinson, those weapons. He's gonna put together a decent season. Chris O'Hara is the quarterback coach there, I believe. He was the quarterback coach with Stafford when
Mm-hmm.
he had his great year when the Rams won the Super Bowl. So.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he can work out with May because they're probably similar as quarterbacks play style wise.
I would say if McCarthy goes to the Commanders, which I really do think he is going to go number 2. I have a gut
Really?
feeling. I'll explain at the end of the show.
No. I'm interested to hear it because I unfortunately think McCarthy could go top 3. I just don't think he deserves to.
Exactly. That's part of the point I wanted to get across. But I think for me, the Giants, you trade up to 3 if and only if Daniels is there.
Exactly.
And you just give up, I don't care what it is. You give up this year's first rounder.
Daniels.
Exactly. You give up this year's first rounder, next year's first rounder. I don't know, maybe a draft day type of trade like we saw in the movie.
I gotta watch that movie again.
I watched it like a couple of days ago. I might watch it again before Thursday. I don't know. It just
like I know it's not a great movie, but I love it.
It's unrealistic.
It's extremely unrealistic, but that stuff happens. Like I heard an NFL executive say that outside of like the big trade where you had all the teams calling each other and stuff, that was very realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Like when the Bills called and offered like the 2 picks and the two players.
That was
when-
realistic.
That was realistic. When the Texans called Sonny Weaver Jr. and asked about Vontae Mack, that's happened before. Like, so because there's realistic elements. It's just the main part of the story is completely unrealistic at all.
Who trades 3 first-rounders and then gets it back?
No. That was my big gripe with the movie. Like, he shouldn't have gotten all 3 first-round picks back. He should have figured out a way to get get one back, but not get all 3.
And then the trade with the rookie GM from Jacksonville.
3 second-round picks. Like, what is this? No, that's way too much.
And then when
the Jaguars. I mean, I know the Jaguars are morons, but they're not going to trade. What was that? The 5th overall pick.
Yeah, it was a 6th pick.
Overall pick for 3 seconds? No, you need at least 1 first.
And then when they before the deal was made for the 3 first-rounders back, Sonny Weaver was like, "What else do we need?" And it was like,
Ray Jennings.
Special teams. The special team. Putney. Yeah, whatever his name.
Putney.
I was like, what? Why would you?
I'm like, they gave up more for the 6th overall pick than for the 1st overall pick? No.
Oh, what a mess. I don't know. But at the end
you
of the day,
got to suspend your reality for a second. It's a movie.
The movie was good.
The movie's there to entertain you. It's not there to be a realistic. If you want a realistic version of the NFL draft, watch the NFL draft
on Thursday.